Alrighty. Well, looks like everything's set up. I have advertised on my own Discord as well as the ASU Discord, since apparently there is a ton of people that want me to make this map. So for those of you who are unaware, someone recently got infected by the Wuhan coronavirus at ASU. Everyone's freaking out, and so I'm going to capitalize on this moment to make a silly, stupid map. Where basically the goal is to infect all the college kids. Now, I am going to be using this opportunity to raise some awareness about the coronavirus as well, because there is a lot of undue fear about it. And in this map, I'm going to try to help calm people's fears, because they'll click on it, they'll be like, what on earth, how dare could this guy? And then they'll be like, oh, wait a second, now I learned something about the coronavirus. But overall, it's just going to be a silly joke map. So today, I want to make it in like 24 hours or so. I won't be able to publish it tomorrow because I've got school all stinking day. I just don't have any school today, which is why I'm going to try to do this. And so you can probably look forward to this being published on the weekend, but it should be finished today. So I'm probably going to stream upwards of 10 hours making this, which is insane. But that's how long like a decent map takes, is 10 hours. Like if you want to just be really basic. I have a lot of advanced stuff I want to do with this, but I think I'm just going to stick to basics for the most part. So I'm going to try to program the mechanics first, I think. So basically the way the game's going to work is that players, they're going to be plopped in the survival mode at the start. They're going to get, a little disclaimer and tutorial. Then what's going to end up happening is they can basically throw sticks in their inventory to purchase upgrades, as well as start the game and change settings. So for instance, difficulty, you can change the difficulty to make it harder or easier, which will, and then the players can, when they start the game, they can basically infect the villagers or college kids, who will in turn spread the virus like wildfire, which will be great. So, all right, we've got to work on a lot of those mechanics. This is going to be crazy because I haven't really made such a complex map in so little time. The craziest I've done was probably pie battles. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set up a command block that basically replaces any chests near me. So we're going to go ahead and teleport here. So I'm going to go to my, this is using the mapmaker's world as well. That way my life's going to be a little bit easier, which is great. And I want to set up a 1 second clock, which might be a little bit more complicated than I think. I think we're just going to set this one up on a 20 hertz. Oop, he's redstone. So execute at all. I'm going to just do this for myself, so that way it's not going to lag the game as much. Run. And we're going to basically replace any chest, because this is originally a Hunger Games map, so there's a ton of chests in here. It's going to fill -5, -5, -5 to 5, 5, 5, air, replace, chest. Alright, perfect. How are we doing on MS ticks? Yeah, MS ticks is just fine. So we're not having any problems yet. Oh, I thought I force loaded these chunks. That's strange. Alright. We might have to teleport here manually. I could have sworn that I force loaded these chunks right over here with the teleporter. So you see if I teleport to them now, it's just fine. I guess I'll go through and re-force load some of these chunks quick. Alright, from there to here. If that doesn't force load them, I'm going to be pretty mad. Let's go ahead and try it out again. Okay, perfect. It's working just fine now. Alright, so now if I go around, you should notice that all the chests here disappear, except they're not. So obviously we messed something up here. I've also set it up to where it only allows me to go between creative and spectator, because we are going to use spectator mode as the main gameplay mechanic. Why is this not doing anything? Is it simply that it's not detecting me at the selector? Say A. Okay, it is detecting me as a selector. chest. So I just grabbed some chests here quick. Maybe these are trap chests as well. That's very strange. Why isn't it replacing the chest with air? Because that command does. Oh, I know, I'm an idiot. Can't believe I'm doing this. Alright, so it's got to be relative coordinates. There we go. Now it's gone. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and teleport back. How are we doing? Just fine, MS Text. Alright, let's go through. Boom, and you can see that all the chests have disappeared. So the players are going to get teleported here initially. We're going to work on the game startup and game state changes later on. I do want to get the infection mechanics done first. The villagers that we're going to spawn are mostly going to be invincible, I think. Have resistance 5, essentially. Let's go ahead and create a command just to summon a couple of those quick. You're going to be impulse and use redstone. Alright, yeah, so we're going to go into MC Stacker here, and we're going to create the villager that we're going to be using for the most part. And find summon. There we go. Villager. We're also probably going to have to set up a randomizer, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. The reason that I really want a randomizer in this is because a lot of the mechanics will either be randomized or... Yeah, so for instance, there's a 1% chance that someone will get infected if they've been in the area before. You can upgrade that chance, obviously. But it would be really nice to be able to work with that. Alright, so we got villager. These guys have got to have resistance 5 for basically infinity. And I don't want them to have particles shown. There we go. And I also want a command just to quick kill all villagers, just temporarily. Like, this is all for testing purposes. Perfect. Let's just go ahead and summon a villager. I gotta turn off my glowing system. Let me see, where is that? Right here. Go and remove you. Perfect. So here's Mr. Villager over here. He's completely fine. He's got no problem. He's just a regular old college student. No need to mind him. You can go ahead and toss him down in the world. So we've got to have an infected status. Let's go ahead and plop you right here. So first thing I'm going to program in. All right, let's villager tags. So we're going to use a tag for this. Infected. Now, infected villagers are going to be a little bit different. These guys are going to have a custom name, that way players can tell what's infected, as well as they're going to basically be able to infect other villagers, so we're going to work on that. I did realize this is the middle of a school day, so probably nobody's going to be able to watch this. It'll just be people in retrospect being like, what on earth is this guy doing? That's hilarious. In order to create the 1 hertz, the 1 second clock, we're going to go ahead, let's actually go ahead and create some signs. We're going to use a similar format to Ultimate Mob Battles, just like so. Alright, 1S stuff. So every second, a bunch of commands are going to go off. This will be, that way the game doesn't lag quite as much. Alright, so execute at e name equals Bob, scores equal 1 hertz. Oh. 1 hertz equals 4, run, fill. I'm going to go ahead and fill this area. Fill from here all the way over here. Stone. just like so. And when that happens, we're going to go ahead and plop another bad boy down right here. Oh, impulse needs redstone. I'm going to fill this with stone. Actually, this is supposed to be redstone blocks. Let's go ahead and do that. Redstone block. Here we go. Yoink. So every second, this should go off, and it's not. What's wrong here? You see if what's working. Okay, so it is working just fine. The 1 hertz. Oh, I think his name's supposed to be Bob, not Bob. Like capital B. There we go. Perfect. So this is going to cause a chunk update every second. Which I think it will, which is kind of annoying, but it's just 1 chunk, which isn't bad. We just want to refrain from doing like a million chunks at once. All right, so villager name, because we've got to be able to dynamically change these guys' name due to the fact that these guys are going to get infected every so often. We're going to go grab a data merge command. Villager tags equals infected. All right, and these guys are basically going to get a custom name. Custom name. It's going to be visible, and I want it to be. I don't know what I want it to be. Let's go ahead and try out a few things here. Let's go dark red at first, and I want to use the skull and crossbones if possible. Skull and crossbones. All right. Oh, great. I need to go Unicode. I always forget to put Unicode after whenever I type up custom Unicodes. All right. Here we go. So we're going to have to plop that right down there. If we go ahead and do this now, and we summon our infected villager, go ahead and do this. It doesn't want to do anything. Aw, limit equals 1, that's why. Alright, I think dark green might look better. Dark green, let's try it out. There we go, that's better. That's better. Now it looks like the coronavirus. That's perfect. Or we could even do the nuclear symbol. I wonder how the nuclear symbol would look. I kind of like this one better because it definitely looks like the icon definitely looks like he's infected. All right, so we're gonna go ahead plop an impulse right here. We're gonna go ahead and plop this command in. Now this command's not gonna work. So what we're gonna have to do is execute at these villagers. Sort equals nearest. All right. Execute at e type equals villager. I misspelled execute. Yeah, right there. Execute at equals villager. All right, and run this command. So basically, oh, I have to kill you, don't I? So we summon a few villagers here. As you can see, this guy's now infected. This guy isn't because this guy has the tag. This guy doesn't. And that's really nice because we can theoretically summon an infected villager, even though that's not the way it's going to work. Players are going to be able to basically use an initial virus. This is highly inspired by Infectinator for those of you who are already noticing the similarities. All right, so this is great. Now, my question is, okay, this guy's AA works fine. So one of the problems is that with mobs, if you change their entity data, sometimes they will freak out. This guy actually kind of is. You see how his head is not quite working properly? That's part of the fact that his entity data is being updated constantly. So this is fine. The reason that this is fine is that basically villagers like to look at other things, and if this villager is constantly looking at other villagers, the chance that they're going to infect him with a cough is higher. So I guess this is sort of, you're socially isolating yourself if you're feeling unwell, which kind of makes sense in the real world if you think about it. These villagers, on the other hand, these guys are just fine. Since their data is not being updated, they don't care. They'll interact with each other all day. That's perfect. So we've got that worked out. Up next, we've got to add some infection clouds, essentially. So we're going to go ahead and summon that over here. So we've got to get some area of effect clouds as our markers, basically. Boop, boop, boop. These guys are going to be named... Where's the name? I'm trying to find the name. Custom name. Here we go. Ooh. Let's just go with this for now. Infect. Okay. You're just going to call them infect. You're not going to have any other particular attributes. They do need a duration of pretty much unlimited. All right. That should be good. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and plop that down as well. Yoink. So, if we TP at S at E name, or sorry, yeah, name equals infect. Perfect. So it's going to teleport us to that cloud, which is what I want. I also want to kill at E name equals infect, type equals area of effect cloud. Area of effect clouds cause the least lag in terms of placeholder entities, which is why I'm going to use them. We can easily have 400 in the map without breaking a sweat. I'm going to set the limit on these guys to 100. So basically, if there's 100 infected clouds in the world, one of them is going to kill themselves off. So I think that's fair. There's going to be a chain. Execute. Ooh. Great. We're going to have to add some scoreboards here. Scoreboard objectives, add virus dummy. Scoreboard players, add cloud, or sorry, set a cloud virus 0. All right, and add, all right, perfect. So execute at E, name equals infect, type equals area of effect cloud, run. There we go. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to, on the sidebar, tell us how many infection clouds we have at the moment. And if we have more than 100, we can just go ahead and kill some off, which I think is pretty fair. Execute if... Ooh. Yeah, okay. So also put a sign here just so that we see what's going on. So clouds. Okay. Execute if cloud, if score cloud. Cloud virus equals 100 virus run, or sorry, is greater than or equal to 100 virus run. Some stuff. So first of all, we've got to scoreboard objectives set display sidebar virus, and then scoreboard players set 100 virus 100. This will basically allow us to kill off clouds if there's more than 100 of them. All right, run kill at E, limit equals 1, sort equals random, name equals infect, type equals cloud, area of effect cloud. And we're going to copy this a few more times because since this is only activating once a second, if there's a lot of villagers, this could go off quite a bit. Actually, you know what we can do? Forget this. What we're going to do is we're just going to add this to we're going to add a couple of these to a 20 hertz clock. Fairly simple. Go ahead and add some more 20 hertz over here. Is it this one? This one? All right, perfect. I'll add a couple of chains right here. How are we doing on MS ticks? We're fine on MS ticks. This isn't causing any lag whatsoever, which is great. Not yet. Let's go ahead and summon a bunch of clouds just to see how our computer handles it. But as is, this will allow us to have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 20, 80 infected individuals without a hitch, realistically. And there can be up to 100, but at that point, you're just asking for trouble. Okay, clouds. Let's go ahead and summon just a ton of these. So first problem, oh, whoops, never mind, I'm using the wrong button, this one. Yeah, so as you can see right here, it's increasing. So what we're gonna do, I'll go ahead and copy this, and I'm gonna change this to repeat, so that way we can summon like a ton of clouds at once, basically. Excuse me. I don't have the virus, don't worry. Ooh, this is interesting. So it's going to kill off. All right, so we got to change this, don't we? This is annoying because we could have this. Ideally we'd have this system set up on a 20 hertz clock. You know what? We can try that. We can just see if it'll lag the game or if it'll be... I think it'll be fine, but, you know, I just do want to see this. How are we? Just fine on MS ticks for now. Cloud kill. Let's just go ahead and add a bunch more. And that's nice because it is updating live, you see? But as soon as it goes above 100, it takes out 4. Which I think is fair. Alright, perfect. Now what I want to do is we've got to have a system that basically summons these clouds wherever there's an infected villager. Whoops, that's the wrong command. And this one, right? Execute at e type equals villager tag equals infected. Run. There we go. So now, if we go ahead and do one of these guys, whoop, every second he should summon a new cloud, which is what we want. It's honestly a little bit often. Yeah, that's probably way too often, to be honest with you. Actually, another thing we can do is execute if score cloud is less than or equal to 100 virus. Oh. This way it won't spawn any more clouds if it's already above 100. Another thing I want is some particles. Let's go ahead and look up some particles. Particles, Minecraft. I want some green ones. Yeah, like composter. Or villager happy. Yep, it's just composter, I think. Composter. Oh, this is delta. 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. There we go. Virus is going to be represented by green. Okay, so we're going to basically do this particle wherever there are clouds. So this is going to be our clouds section. So clouds, go here. Let's go ahead, plop you down. Execute at E, type equals area of effect cloud, name equals effect, run. Yes, you can see where the villager's gone, and you can see where you would have a chance of getting infected, basically. So every time this goes off, you have a 1% chance of getting infected. One important thing is that we probably should move this up a little bit. That way, yeah, you see it a bit above the ground where the villager's been. Ooh, this is getting exciting. The particles are a little bit... I don't think there's enough of them. I'm going to go back and see if there's a longer lasting green particle we can use. Maybe even less conspicuous. Villager happy is the other one. Let's go ahead and do that, if that's one. All right. Or happy villager. Because we tried villager happy. It's the other way around. We need to add a bit of delta too. Not a ton, just like a tiny bit. That way it doesn't look so rigid. Yeah, you see? Now you can see that there's like little sections where you could get infected. Now this is still, MS ticks is pretty low. And bear in mind that we are at the limit. You wouldn't see many more than this many clouds. We might even want to increase the limit to 150. To be completely honest. This is the main thing that we're going to be... Like, this is the most resource-intensive thing. If I'm being completely honest. Oh yeah, we need to make it so that way they can spawn more. Just like so. And if my computer's handling this just fine, we should be good. Why is he not summoning any more clouds? Is there... Could have sworn I changed this command, right? Oh, there's no such thing. Scoreboard, players, set 150, virus 150. That's our problem. There we go. Perfect. Now it can continue counting up. Now we could go through and like delete the oldest cloud. The problem I think we would have with that is that then we'd have to keep track of the score on all of these, and that is a bit much to do. Instead we can just let the virus slowly fade away. But that's cool, because now you can see the area. So if you step in this, every second you would have a 1% chance base to get the virus, which I think is fair. It's honestly a lot now I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and kill all the clouds. So yeah, you can see they disappear. Let's just leave them be for now. Let's leave them be. I don't want to make the randomizer quite yet. The one system that we can definitely do is coughing, because coughing will be very easy. I think. We need to get a sound for it, which would be the hardest part. Oh, we also need to... Ooh, we have a lot more we need to add for this. Okay. Scoreboard. What was I going to say? Players add cough, virus. Okay, actually, we're going to add a new objective called cough. We're going to add Actually, you know, virus, cough. What's 20 times... What should be the base cough time? I want players to be able to get usually around 10 upgrades in the game for everything. So let's say you decrease the cough time by half a second each time. Maybe have it like down to 2 at the end. So maybe like every 7 seconds, which would be 140 ticks. 140 or so. Oops, that's the other way around. Cough, it should be cough virus 140. There we go. Perfect. That should be good. Scoreboard objectives to display sidebar virus. All right. We can change that dynamically, which is nice. We don't have to worry about that for now. We should actually probably have a reset switch right here. Let's go ahead and create a reset switch quick. Right here. Oh. This will allow us to reset the entire game if we need to. Perfect. Oh man, this guy really wanders around randomly. It's not like he stays in any given place and just goes to a location. He really just is completely covering the area. That's going to be really interesting. We can obviously change a lot of these parameters later on. Might be interesting. All right, so we've got that going on. Coughs. So, for the cough variable, we're going to add up 1 every tick. Cough. Scoreboard, players, add at E, type equals villager, tag equals infected, cough 1. Why is this not going? There we go. So now his score is getting added up. A few other things I want to do for this is a little bit of a randomizer. So let's say, yeah, let's add a little bit of a randomizer here. Actually, how do I want to randomize this? Yeah, here's how I want to randomize this. Okay, so we're going to add limit equals 1. Sort equals random. So what this is going to do is it's basically going to add some variability to the cost of the villagers so they don't always cough at the exact same time, which will be convenient for us. But it's also going to make them cough much more frequently if there's fewer villagers, which is what I want. Let me go ahead and kill off the villager quick. Alright, perfect. So now I've got to have this guy cough whenever he goes above the limit. I think I want that on a 20 hertz clock, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and do that. We should probably do that after this stuff, so. Scoreboard, players, set at E, tag equals infected, name equals villager, or sorry, type equals villager. Oh, wait a second. We need to change this. This should be an execute at. Execute at E. Okay. Or as. And then at S. Run. Execute if score at S cough is greater than or equal to. Oh, cough virus. Run scoreboard players set at S cough -1. Perfect. So it'll set their score to -1. And then if they have a score of -1, we can have them do the cough, which is perfect. All right, so the first thing we need to do is some particles. All right, so let's go ahead, execute at P, run, or anchored, eyes, run, particle. Let's go cloud. Ooh. This might be complicated. All right. Let's go caret, caret, caret 1. 0, 0, has 0. Let's add a little bit of variability. Not much, though. A tiny bit of speed. Oh, that's way too much speed. Man, the speed on this is insane. Why can't it just be like 0 speed? Okay, that's better. Also, can you summon llama spit? I know that that's like a weird question, but yeah, you can. That's interesting. Because that might be what we can use. Now, whatever. We'll work this out in a second. I'll show you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and do this particle a little bit. Now I'm thinking. Great. This is count, speed, delta. Because it does look like the particle's going downwards, which I don't like. It should stay stationary. Yeah, like that. Let's see how it looks on the villager. We need to add a bunch of these, basically. Execute at E type equals villager. There we go. So the cough's not going to be too far. They can go ahead and check it out right now. All right, so this obvious anchoring at the AIs doesn't seem to work. It should be as. Great, this is gonna, okay. Here we go. As at S. There we go. Now we copy that over. It's going to be 0.5 and 2. All right, now it should look good. Maybe there could be better particles we can use. Let me check the particles on the wiki. Poof might be a better one, because I think poof lasts shorter. Let's see. Poof. Poof also has a much... So poof doesn't actually last shorter, but has a higher vertical velocity. Spit is another particle. My guess is it will last less. But the problem is that it goes downwards immediately after playing the particle, which I don't like. Instant effect lasts way too long. Great. There's just not a lot of effects that last short in Minecraft. That either lasts too short or too long. So this cloud. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Great. Pull back up the stream. Nobody's joined the chat yet, which is sad. All right. Well, that's interesting. He coughed upwards. I guess as it goes out, we should probably increase the variance in it too. Like so. So 1.5, it should be 0.2. That way it looks a bit like a cone. Yeah, so this is pretty powerful. Because so long as there's a villager right in front of that, they're getting infected. We probably should even increase the cough time, if I'm being completely real with you, because it already does feel like it's a bit overpowered. Yeah, even though this is halftime, you know, you get lucky, you're set. So, okay, that's gonna be good. Let's. What are we gonna do actually? We need to add a sound now. We need to add a sound. What do we have? Let's go. Let me pull up sounds.json. Actually, you know what? I have this on. I should have this up here. Nope, we don't. Sounds. There we go. Nope, that's Russia. Sounds JSON Minecraft. If this would work. Yeah, I don't like crazy edges super duper slow. Yeah, this is in Russian. Java edition. What show? I mean, okay, good. It does. Okay, perfect. So let's see if we can find something. Try and think of a sound. So there's. Is there anything that has to do with cough? You know what? I'm going to use Google Chrome over here because it is so hard to use Control F. Oh. Sounds.json. All right, where is it? Stone. Okay, where's Java? Anything to do with cough? Sigh? No. So I am interested, maybe looking at to see if we change the pitch on Spit, if it will sound good at all. So for instance. Okay, that does not sound like someone coughing at all. Okay, maybe that. Maybe that. That's not terrible. Let's see here. Llama. Okay, ambient's not great. Let's try a different one. What's swag? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not great. Let's see here. What else do we have? Melmadot. Spit. Let's just try it. Okay, that sort of sounds like a cough. That's definitely the closest we've gotten so far. Let's save that for now. All right. You know, we could also add a custom sound. I'm kind of tempted. Just a custom sound like that. Anyways, I think there's a lot more variety in the Minecraft sounds, though, which is nice. There's just so many interesting sounds in Minecraft, too, that you wouldn't even know. Let me take a look at some of the witch sounds. Ooh, drowns. Drowns have some interesting sounds, don't they? Let's try a drown hurt sound and modify the pitch of that. That sounds like a sneeze. All right, definitely not that, but okay, that's just stuff. Okay. What else do we have here? Shoot. Nope, definitely not. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably replace the sound in the future with a custom sound. I'll probably do that off camera because I have to like open a ton of files in order to do that. I'm learning to use resource packs right now, which is nice. Ooh, swim. Definitely not. Oh, maybe a cat hiss. If there's such a thing. Nope. Were there... Maybe wither dot shoot. Like if we change the pitch of that. Or there might be some wither sounds because it does sound like heavy breathing, basically. Okay, sort of. Let's try this one again. Yeah. That's the closest one I would think to coughing. And that's not really that great even. Oh, maybe horses. Horse. No, definitely not. Man, I really can't think of too many great sounds to use. Alright. I think I'm just gonna stop it here. We're just gonna go with this one for now. There we go. We're gonna copy you. And instead of the particle, I'm gonna go ahead and play sound. Yeah, it's playing it all the way over here, which isn't good. Oh, I have the sound up way too high, that's why. Okay, change it down to 1. Maybe up it a little bit more. Because I would like to be able to hear it maybe from here. There we go. There we go, perfect. This poor college kid coughing all day long. You're gonna infect someone, bro. What do you think about that? Alrighty, so if I oh, wait a second. Isn't there a if we can do this, all right, so up next what we've got to do is TPL distance equals up to 0. All right, that's good. I want this to be very precise. I want the entity within 2 blocks of where this guy's facing to get infected, basically. If that makes any sense. We can do that pretty easily. If I can grab you right here. All right. So we're going to execute at anchored feet. Positioned here. Run scoreboard, or sorry, run tag at E, type equals villager, limit equals 1, sort equals nearest, distance equals up to 0, tag equals not infected, add infected. Perfect. So now we can just repeat this process and change the caret on it. If this works, then we're set up, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and summon some villagers now and see if they can get infected by the cough. He should be infected now, most likely. Maybe not, but okay, not quite. Man, he needs to... Alright, we're gonna trap this guy in a hole. Just temporarily, don't worry. It's not human rights abuse. There we go. Now, I want to see if these guys can get infected. Should infect them. Nope, not at all. Okay. Let's go see where we got wrong here. So, at S, anchored feet. Go ahead and copy this command. Run particle cloud tilde 0 0 0 2 0 2. Okay. That's good. That's what we want. So it is... It should be doing this properly. I don't see why it's not. Maybe because we need to move it up a tiny bit. Maybe also this section is not working properly. Distance equals up to 0. Sort equals nearest. Sorry, yeah. Tag at E, type equals village, or limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. Let's just remove the tag. See if this works. No, it doesn't look like it was the issue. I can't figure this out. This is so weird. Let's get the data for a few of these guys. Right here. All right, tags. Does he have any tags? He does not. That's so weird. Is the tag add not work properly? Tag add infected. Okay, yeah, it works properly. Maybe I do need to do a distance of 1. That would make the range really big on the cough is my only problem. This poor guy, he's barely surviving. He got infected finally. All right, that's great. Okay, so we're going to go, and I want to just get an idea for how this is going to look in game. Why is this not... Oh, it needs to kill the clouds. There we go. All right, okay, good. They're gone. Yeah, you see that radius is huge. Maybe we need to just increase the time a lot. Like, that guy should definitely be infected, but this guy shouldn't. If I can go ahead and summon a couple of you. Yeah, you see, so they're pretty much fine. Okay. It's like, this guy should not be infected. Okay, he didn't get infected. Good. That guy, I think, should have. So we're good. Okay, that guy was a bit close, so. Yeah, now they're all coughing. They're all sick. Yeah. Okay, it's not bad. I kind of like it. Yeah, you see these guys over here, they've been together for a while. This guy hasn't managed to infect him, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and kill them all off. I'm going to go ahead and have, when I kill the villagers, have it kill the clouds too. Just to make our life easier. Alright, perfect. So we've got the whole coughing thing. We're gonna increase it even more. We're gonna go 200. So now it's gonna be fairly rare that he coughs, which is fine. And it'll be just upgradable. There we go. Perfect. But it does consistently infect the people he's looking at, which is important. That's what I want. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually going quickly. So even with this low cough amount, it's still pretty powerful. I love the little baby villager. His cough should work just fine, too. So that's mechanic number one, is that if you cough, basically you can infect. Cough is an automatic infect, so that's the overpowered thing, which is why I should make it fairly rare. I guess one other thing I can do, so I'm gonna make it even rarer. I think maybe 240, 230. All right. One thing I want to do is on this end of things, add another command block that does the random add thing, cough. It's not going to add a ton, though. It's going to do it for one person. And it's going to add 10, which is like 0.5. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong one. That's completely wrong. It's this one, right? All right, here we go. Cough 10. Because my main problem is that it definitely feels as though they're all coughing at the same time, which is my main problem. So I need to introduce a more random element. I need to introduce another random element into this equation. I guess if we have add, we can also do remove, right? So for instance, or even remove 20 to be honest. Scoreboard players, remove a random guy, but his score's got to be over 20. Scores equal cough is 20 or higher, or 21. So every second, a second's taken off a random guy, which does mean that this number will be accurate. So let's go ahead and kill everyone off first of all. All right, set this properly. And then just summon a ton of villagers. And have some fun. Yeah, as you can see right here, we are getting that random element, which is separating the villagers quite a bit. And of course, it slowed down the rate of coughing to a more manageable degree. Obviously, this random element is more effective the higher the level your cough abilities are. But yeah, as you can see, they're starting to separate out more, which is good. That's what I want. That's good. That's great. That's the kind of randomness I want. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Next. So this ability will be very easy to upgrade, to do yada 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 with. The next ones are the more complicated ones. And these are the ones that are going to require randomizer, which is going to be quite annoying. Because I don't like making randomizers. The way we can make a randomizer is summon a ton of area effect clouds with just a huge delay on them. Let's go ahead and do that here real quick. Oh. Here, randomizer, area effect cloud. Its custom name is going to be random. It's going to have a tag of random. Its duration is going to be huge. Perfect. Let's go ahead, plop you in here. And do this. There we go. We now have 100 area of effect clouds in here. All right, scoreboard, objectives, add random, dummy. Scoreboard. All right, so now we got to set up a whole command line to basically set this up. Scoreboard, objectives, add determined, dummy. Scoreboard, players, set at E. Limit equals 1, sort equals random, name equals random, type equals area effect cloud, determined 1. Scores equal determined equals 0. Scoreboard players add at E, name equals random, determined 0. Perfect. So now it's going to add 1 to their score, and then scoreboard players add, scoreboard players add at E, name equals random, tag equals random, type is area effect cloud, random 1. Scores equal determined equals 0. All right, perfect. And we go ahead and begin. This should allow us to make random numbers between 0 and 99. There we go, perfect. All right, so this system, there should be one area of effect cloud with every single number, which is what we need, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and shut down that sidebar. Ooh. This might be a bit tricky. Great. No, this is fine. This is okay. This is easy. This is so easy. Okay, this is so simple. Okay. We're going to need a bunch more stuff, but that's fine. Scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar virus. All right. We're going to add 2 more variables here. Scoreboard players add nearby virus 1. Or actually set. Let's set. This needs to be higher. This should be more like 5% at the start. So if players, there's a 5% chance every second that if the infected player is nearby a non-infected player, they'll infect them. And then there is going to be another variable, which is cloud. It's going to be 1. So there's a 1% chance that if they come into contact with this, or 1% chance every second that if they come into a contact with a place where the infected person previously was, then they can infect that area. Now, I'm tempted to change it to be between... Great. How do I explain this? I would like it to be between 1 and 10%. But the problem is that then we would need to run another random check, and I don't think that's too easy. So we're just going to basically try to have it to where players can only upgrade it to about level 10. They'll probably get like 1 DNA per person they infect, and we'll work off of that. All right, perfect. Since they're nearby, got a 5% chance. All right, so this upgrade will probably be medium expense. This one will be the lowest expense. This one will probably be the highest expense, because basically anywhere you previously touched, the person can infect. So there's another thing that I might want to do, which is add in an anti-vax upgrade, which basically gives a chance that each villager is an anti-vax. And if they are, then after 10 seconds, they explode and anyone nearby gets infected. I think that would be kind of fun. I want to do that. If we have time, we're definitely going to do that. And we're on good pace so far, because we've already made a randomizer. That randomizer just took us a few seconds, which is honestly a lot faster than I was expecting. All right, so area of effect clouds. What we've got to do is clouds. Okay, right here. Execute at E. Type is area of effect cloud. Tag equals infect. Store result. Score at S. Ooh, this is a trickier one. Also, what's all this about? Is there a data pack that... Oh, this is for... I forgot. I have... I think I have an armor stand generator in this. All right, so store result score at S. Great. Scoreboard objectives add infect dummy. Infect. Run. Scoreboard players add. At E, tag equals random, name equals random, type equals area of effect cloud. Random 0. And this should be fantastic if it worked. It doesn't. Execute as at E, type equals area effect cloud. The reason it's not working is because we don't have any clouds. Okay, there we go. Let me show you what this will do. And it's not working. Store result score infect at S infect. Scoreboard players add. Oh, limit equals 1. I don't think that'll fix it though. Alright, so let's see here. at s. Why isn't it working? Scoreboard objective set display sidebar infect. Great. Basically what I'm trying to do is get them to choose a random number between 0 and 99. We can just increase the number that's viable. But if this isn't working, scoreboard players add. Maybe this is the operator isn't this operator isn't proper or something. Let's go ahead and copy the command. Let's just go ahead and say hi. Run, say hi. Aha, it is the operator. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it's a name, not tag. Okay. That makes it way different. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was a tag. Yeah, you never know about this stuff. That's not good. It's changing all of their scores. Okay. Store results, score at S. Infect, run, scoreboard players add at each equals random, equals random, type equals random, sort equals random. That's our problem. Sort is always our biggest issue. And now these guys are all really big numbers, which actually makes sense because there's a ton of them. But if we had fewer of them, we would be able to see more clearly the randomness. Let's go ahead and make fewer of them. Nope. Right here. Yep, so you see these guys are choosing a random number between 0 and 99. At least I'm pretty sure they can pick 0. Let me check. Execute at e name equals random, scores equal random equals 0, run, say hi. Okay, perfect. Okay, as you can see here, it's choosing a random number every single second. Basically, that'll determine whether or not these guys will infect the villager next to them. Or closest to them. Alright, so. Which actually means we need to change this to 0 and this to 4. Because that's the way the random element works. Alright. Execute at e name equals infect. Type is the area of effect cloud. Or as. At s. If score at s infect is less than or equal to, oh, what was it? Cloud virus. Run this command. Correct, so yeah, cloud virus. All right, it's cloud virus. Run tag at e, type equals villager, distance is up to 0, limit equals 1, add infected. Perfect. So in order to fix this up, we are going to we're going to make our hole again. add this guy in here. He's going to go ahead and add some infected spaces in here. Hopefully enough to our liking. Actually, you know what? Let's speed up the process. Let's add a couple of villagers in here. Let's go ahead and infect each other, please. Get in there. Okay, the system should work. If not, oh well. How many clouds do we have? We're at 99 so far. That's quite a bit. Yeah, you can see it grows really quickly. Which is why I am tempted to change the timing on a lot of this stuff. Right, yeah, the clouds are maxed out now. Let's go ahead and use the command to kill the villagers. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is just summon some normal villagers down here. And yes, look at that. They're getting infected. So it's rare, obviously, but it can happen. And I say it's rare. It's a 1 in 100 chance per one of these things. I know it only took a couple of seconds, but that's because we have 150 clouds in here. So perfect. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. So we now have this mode of infection completed. Up next, we've got to have the next mode of infection, which is going to be nearby. Nearby. All right. Scoreboard objectives add nearby. Dummy. Instead of it being added to this guy now, it's going to be added to all villagers. Tag equals infected. All right. And then it's going to execute this. Nearby, a virus, nearby. Nearby. Okay, this should be the villager. Perfect. This is way easier to program than I thought it was going to be. And then it's going to run tag @e type equals villager, distance equals up to 1, add infected. So the way I want to change this is just change nearby to 100. Summon you. Summon you. These guys should be infected every single second. But they're not. Nearby, nearby. Not getting a score added to them. Ah, here we go. It's storing it to infect instead of nearby. Okay, there we go. Nearby. There we go. Yep, you can see they instantly got infected as soon as I made that change. Right, so now... Yep, you see? Instant infection. Alright, so obviously that's way overpowered. We don't want it to be 100. Maybe 4, or... Yeah, it should be 4, because that's 5. Okay. So 5% chance if they're next to them, they'll get infected every second. Now, we might want to make it a little bit less powerful than coughing. So let's consider coughing here. They cough about 10 seconds per base. And there's a 1 in 4 chance. Let's just say it's a 1 in 4 chance that you infect them. So that's once every 40 seconds on average if they're next to each other. So it should be about a 1 in 40 chance. Ooh. Let's change it down to 2. So there's a 1 in 3 chance if that they're nearby. Or sorry, there's a 3% chance if you're nearby them, they'll get infected. But remember, the cough does have a little bit of a range. So that is one thing to note. All right, I think that's good. I think that we can obviously change all these numbers later on. We've made it in such a way that most of these numbers can be modified pretty easily, which is great. Now, maybe we should program the anti-vax. You know, we're not even 2 hours in yet, and we've already got the base mechanics of the game figured out. Yeah, see, that guy got infected either because this guy was next to him or because he was on the ground. Yeah. Oof, this is gonna be so fun. Oh man, this is gonna be so great. I can't wait. I'm super hyped now. I'm super hyped. Let me think. What do we need to get done now? We should make anti-vax. You know, why not? Like, if they're anti-vax and they happen to get infected, they just explode. The problem is that we need to basically spawn X% of villagers as anti-vax, which is not easy to do. Oof, yeah, this might be complicated. Okay. No, I know how to do this. Okay. So basically, we're going to start at 0. Anti-vax. All right. So there's going to be a similar system to the ones we've programmed in already. So that's great. I do want to have an anti-vax. Okay. So that means we're going to have 4 upgrades at least. We're going to have cough time. We're going to have your infection of people adjacent to you. The lingering as well as the anti-vax. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which, I mean, I think that's plenty. You know, obviously we could add more, like a length of your cough and stuff like that, but since I'm trying to program this pretty quickly, we're going to stick to this for now. So basically, when the villager first spawns in, they're going to get their anti-vax score set to 0. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Scoreboard objectives, add anti-vax. Set scoreboard objectives, add anti-vax. All right, dummy. All right, we're going to go ahead and add a new command block for this. All right, this is going to be the funnest one to program because basically anti-vax people are just going to explode and anyone nearby is going to get infected and it's going to be great. Okay. Man, we might be going a little bit overboard too. I think that infection is a little bit easy right now. Could be getting carried away. We can balance it. That's okay. Scoreboard, players, add @e, type equals villager, anti-vax 0. Then it's going to set them to a random score. Just any old villager. Scores equal anti-vax is up to 0. All right. Store result score anti-vax. There we go. So that's going to basically choose an anti-vax number between 0 and 99, but if it's 0, it's going to redo the process again. Let's go ahead and see that. Scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar, anti-vax. Let's go ahead and just summon a ton of villagers, that way we can see. Yeah, you can see that these guys each get their own unique anti-vax score, which is great. And it's always going to be more than 0, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and set this up to like 20 or 30 even. 33% are anti-vax for now. Okay. And if they're infected and they're anti-vax, then it's going to start a countdown. That's what I want to do. Scoreboard, objectives, add, vax down, dummy. So, all right, so scoreboard. Oh. Scoreboard. Oh. Let me just copy this command. And this is just going to be vax down. Vax down 0. All right, so they're all going to have a countdown of 0. And it's going to count up to 10 if they're infected. All right. So we're going to copy this command again. Yoink. Vax down 1. Tag equals infected. Ooh, it has to only be... Okay. Pause for a second. It needs to only be if their anti-vax score is less than or equal to the anti-vax infected score. Okay. So what we're going to do, execute as at s if score at s anti-vax less than or equal to anti-vax virus run scoreboard players add at s vax down 1. There we go. Perfect. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar vax down. Let's go ahead and summon a couple more villagers to demonstrate this. Because one of these guys is bound to be anti-vax, right? Right, infect him. Yeah, you can see that even in closed quarters at the start of the game, it will be difficult to get some infections. We're probably going to rotate through a bunch of different scenes. Yeah, you can see they're all... Their vax down's all at 10 right now, because, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so yeah, more people are getting infected. What's the score on... Okay, there we go. I just didn't have the score set up. So yeah, as you can see, some of the guys that are infected now have their vax down score counting up, which is exactly what we want. That's just exactly what we want. Yes, okay, this is great. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, I'm really excited for this. We can't transfer scores into names, I don't think. Can we? Wait, I want to see this. All right, data merge. Let's go to some data merge. Villager. All right, let's see. Can we change it? Oh, we can't change it to a score. Nuts. I thought we might be able to, because then we won't have to worry about this at all. All right, so it should be fine. We're just going to have to add a bunch of command blocks, which is no problemo. It's going to be red. And we're just going to do a countdown going from 10. 10. Scores. We need to add a score objective. Objective name. Vax down of 1. Perfect. Oh, great. Let's go ahead. Execute as data run data merge at s. entity S. There we go, finally. Okay, good. And then we go ahead and do this. We just do this with all the different numbers in the alphabet. Backs down equals 2. Three. So this is one of those boring parts where you have to just stick through it and do all the custom commands yourself. 4. 5. So obviously, as you can see, these guys are going in different directions. And that's just the way we set it up. Because it's easier this way. 4. 3. We're going all the way down to 1, so we're almost done here. It's down 8. 2. So that's down 9. 1. Back's down 10. I don't know if I did this right. If you did this wrong, oh well. We'll see. Let's go ahead and kill these guys off. Summon a couple of you. Actually, there's a fairly high chance that, yeah, some of these guys are going to be anti-vax. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Didn't do 1. 2, 1. Backs down equals 10. Oh, because this thing's facing the wrong stinking way. Glad we caught that. Let's go ahead and summon a ton of these. Hopefully get lucky and get one of these guys immediately. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, you can see he's going around like crazy. 4, because it's 3, 2, 1. Boom. And then after it goes, once his score becomes 11, we can summon a creeper where he's at, which will explode. And then one tick later, we can check for anyone that's not damaged versus damaged, and anyone that's damaged gets infected, basically. This is great. Okay, I'm really excited. Okay, I'm really glad we added this upgrade. We need to obviously program it in now, which shouldn't be a big issue. Okay. So I guess great. Oh, you can't do tags? Like exclamation tag? Or sorry, NBT. 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 What is it? -1s? That's default? I'm trying to remember. Let me get the data of some of these guys that way I can see. Data, get, entity, view. Hurt time 0s. Okay, it's supposed to be 0s by default. Why is it counting these guys? That's strange. Wait, do area of effect clouds simply not have that data tag? Data, get. All right, one second here. We can check that real quick. Type equals villager. Oh, perfect, perfect. There we go, perfect. So a command like that would basically detect if a villager got hurt, which is great. So, great. What do I want to do? How do I want to do this? Because I want this to activate one tick after this, which is a problem. If we just set a block, that doesn't work. We can use a repeater technically, and this would work in the end. Let's go ahead and do that, I guess. It's not the end of the world. I don't like using repeaters because block updates, but oh well. Is there a game rule? Do mob griefing false? False. What? There's a bunch of new game rules. I wonder if there's one to disable just regular old griefing. Oh, does spectator generate chunks? Chunks, true. Definitely not untrue. Okay. It's all right. We can go ahead and create a command for summoning just a creeper that's going to explode. This guy's going to have a fuse of 0, explosion radius of 1, ignited, yes. I want him to be invisible. Nope, no, we don't want particle shown. Okay. Let's go ahead and summon this guy. Yeah, we can't have him have an effect because apparently that actually becomes, yeah, okay. We're good. Right. So how close does he have to be to actually hurt other villagers? He needs to be pretty close, which I don't like. Because I would like it... Okay, what if we just create a bigger explosion radius? 3 looks good, because you're close enough to them, you get... Maybe 4. Let's see how big 4 is. Okay, 4 might be a bit big. Let's go for 3. See how close we need to get on the ground. Okay, that would definitely work that close, but how about this? Because I'd want that to work. Bit closer. That should work. Okay, that works. That, So I'm really tempted to increase the radius a bit more. I think we should, just because anti-vax will be so rare anyways. Yeah. Yeah, because that shouldn't, this should hit. Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. Radius of 4, I think. Alright, so we're going to put the creeper on a radius of 4. If their countdown goes up 1 more, obviously. 11. We're actually going to do set their custom name to 0 and then summon the creeper. All right. Now I want to see how far away this is, though. It's like that's the limit, I'd say. Come on, where are you? Why aren't you getting hit? Should be close enough. Yes, like right over here from here. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks or so. So if I do a radius of 8 that they get hurt in, then we're set, which is good. Alright, so it's basically going to summon that. Then it's going to teleport them down. Or sorry, no, then it's going to basically infect everyone that has a hurt time. That's not 10S. Alright, let's see here. Run. Scoreboard. Players set. Distance up to 8. Oh, it's not scoreboard players set, it's data set, or whatever it's called. Infected. Tag. Add. Oh, sorry. Scoreboard tag add. These guys. Perfect. That's what we want. This guy's going to be an impulse. And then right above him, we're going to go ahead and add this. Run TP at S tilde tilde negative 1000. Actually, we don't want to kill them. Because at the end of the game, I want to check infected versus non-infected. So I'm going to teleport myself here. Set block below me. Glass. These guys are basically going to be out of commission. They're just going to be sitting in this hole for now. Game rule, do entity, wait, what's entity cramming? Because there's one, I saw one here on entity cramming. We won't need to disable that in this case. Spectators should death messages send command feedback, reduced, random ticks, natural regeneration, mob griefing, max entity cramming. There we go, perfect. So obviously we're never going to have that much in the map, but there we are. They're going to get teleported to 0, 200, 0. Which is exactly what we want. Okay, let's go ahead and kill these guys off and do some experimentation. I need to get some villager spawn eggs here too. Why are we not getting anyone that is anti-vax? There we go, perfect. They disappeared. And it looks like the explosion happened over there, which does not make any sense. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I want to figure out is where's the creeper spawning and why is it spawning where it's spawning? It's spawning over here. Oh, I know why. Okay. It's as, but it needs to be at S. There we go. That's why. Okay, let's go ahead and summon a few more. I know we're definitely increasing the villager count at this point. There we go. Now we can go ahead and add these guys over here. I want to get someone up here infected by these this anti-vax person. And none of them got infected, which is not good, because they should have been. Or a few of them did. Yeah, you see a few of these guys. Oh no, those guys were boosted up. Alright, type equals villager. Alright. Oh, this is the other problem. I didn't execute as without adding an at as well. At S. Okay. Now it should work. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, we got lucky. There we go. Three, two, one. Oh, there we go. Now they're all infected. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. That's perfect. Oh boy. Obviously these guys need to be invincible, but that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. All right. That's just so funny though. Oh man, that's such a great upgrade too. I love it. You're perfect. You're amazing. Oh boy, I couldn't be happy. This is great. This is fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and set the anti-vax score back to 0, so that way nobody's anti-vax. But if you get like, wait, what if I set it up to really high? Then we get some new folks, right? 4, 3, 2. Yeah, that's interesting because you could theoretically upgrade in real time, which is a funny thing. Now, what I'm worried about is maybe if they get blown up over a wall. The nice thing is that if they do get blown up over a wall, for instance, they'll still be infected. So you wouldn't have missed out on a player, essentially. You just got unlucky. I think I might make that upgrade linear. So perhaps have it be like 10 DNA at the start. And then just have it be 20 DNA, 30 DNA, 40 DNA. What upgrade could you get up to with that? I'm assuming that players will probably end up spending like around might end up spending like 1,000 on everything. All right, let me see here. So let's go 10, 20. Go ahead and copy that down. Bloop. So you'll reach about 1,000 when you reach. So what is this? Up to A17 through 30. So you'd reach about 13% anti-vax, which isn't terrible. We definitely need to balance that because 13 isn't. I feel like 13 is very little, to be completely fair. All right, now what I want to do is a stress test. Because you've got the mechanics of the game. There shouldn't be too much more redstone. It's really just controlling the player a tiny bit. If they wander too far off, you know, teleport them back in, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and kill these guys off. Yoink. And then go to the map itself. We need to summon a couple of infected villagers, though, first of all. Teleport to 2. Let's go ahead and stress test. So we are at 4 entities, which is obviously incorrect. Scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar, random. Right, these guys are still. Or what were some of the other ones? Anti-vax, cookbook, cough. Cough, right? Not cough. What were some of the other tags that were randomized? Virus? Anti-vax. Yeah, good. So you see, these guys are still getting their scores determined, which is fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and summon in a whole bunch of villagers. / give @p command block. All right. So we're walking at the MS ticks right now. Summon villager tilde 1 tilde. All right. Set block. Yoink yoink. Redstone block. There. there. I want to see if we can handle 200. There we go. So there's 200 villagers, and no, the game cannot handle this much. You can see right here, this needs to be under 50. It needs to be under 50. No exception. And we are currently at 60. Not good. So we're going to go ahead. / kill at E. Type equals villager. Limit equals 100. Why are we down to 160? Wait, can we handle 160 just fine? Execute. Oh, what is the way to detect number of entities? Virus. Oh, there's only 29 villagers right now. That's not enough. It's not enough at all. Go ahead and grab myself some, I think grab a button. Button will be good, because then we can add it, like, by 20 or so. Alright. Scoreboard, players, set, test, virus. 69 villagers right now. That's not the amount I want. Let's see how the game handles 100. Now we need to summon 10 of these fellas. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is about what the game's going to be operating at. So it looks like the game's barely able to operate. Yeah, there's a lot of random numbers happening now. Yeah, I don't think the game can handle this many. That's annoying. Because I was wanting to build this to where it could handle 100. And the one reason that it's lagging is that it's the commands that are occurring every second. That's our issue. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because you see the time between the seconds is just fine. They act normal, and then all of a sudden, it's got to run a ton of random numbers, and ugh. Let's go ahead and teleport back, first of all. And let's just disable some stuff to see if that helps at all. Alright, let's actually move these back so that we can see what's causing us lag. What systems can we disable to make it lag less? Let's do, I think anti-vax might be one of the big ones, so let's check it out. Nope. What if we save and reopen the world? I'm using a custom resource pack, which is why it's giving us problems. It has some sounds in it that I'm going to use later on. Like for introduction tutorial and whatnot. And disclaimers. No, okay. Teleport to 1. All right. So a few things. First thing is, doesn't look like it's that one. I think it's just in general. Oh, no entity found? Let's go down. Alright. Mr. Villagers. Mr. Villagers, let's go ahead and teleport back to 1. See if this does anything. Go ahead and teleport back to 2. Looks like we're gonna have to go down. Alright, let's go. Ah, so it isn't the 1 second redstone that's actually the problem. That is interesting. Alright, so that's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and test out some more stuff over here. Cough. Cough might be our problem. Clouds, I doubt are our problem. How many entities do we have in the world? A lot. Set block, yoink, 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 stone. No entity found. Why is it always doing this? Alright, let's go back in here. See what our MS ticks are back at. Alright, so now our MS ticks are giving us problems again. Okay. It's not the cough necessarily. Probably a combination of everything. What's this one? That one's fine. That's no big deal. Let's go ahead and do -50. I believe. Okay, never mind. We need to go in the positive direction, not the negative direction. Okay, yeah. It's just in general, the game can't really handle this. Alright, we're going to teleport back to 1. And we're going to begin killing villagers off to see how many we can get away with. Okay, teleport to 2. And we're going to have to teleport ourselves back. Alright. Where is the center of the city? Okay. Alright, because we need to get this down to being stable. If this is stable, then we're good. What's our render distance at, by the way? Yeah, it should be at 12. Till now 20. Kill another 10. Come on. We're almost there. I would almost call this stable. One more. Okay, that's pretty good. Scoreboard players set test virus 0. Execute. Hatch E type equals villager. Run. Scoreboard players add test virus 1. No way. No way. You gotta be kidding me, right? Our limit can't be 20. How can our limit be 20? All right, TP. All right, we're gonna do some different types of stress tests. So first of all, teleport to 1. Second of all, kill everything off. That's still rendered. Okay. So here's gonna be our new stress test. That's just so wacky. Cause that's not a ton of. It's not a ton of commands, is it? Is that really that much? Scoreboard, objectives, display, sidebar. Because over here, I feel like we can handle a lot. Let's see over here. Because one of my questions is it possibly to do with the area? That's our problem. Maybe it's the clouds? Like, how many villagers are we at? A lot, probably. Let's see here. 55. 55. It's like I wouldn't mind 50. Like 50, we can still make a good game. If it's 50, we can still make a good game. Scoreboard players. Tag. Tag. E type equals villager. Add infected. Right now everyone's infected. So it's probably not the clouds, because as you can see right here, we are still doing completely fine. No lag at all. With a ton of villagers. Let's add some more. Let's go. Well, we can probably go up to 100 or so. I don't want to have to build like custom ASU maps and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's 111 right now. So there's 111. And the game's working just fine. I mean, it is weird because they're all shooting at once, but like that's just because we all infected them at the same time. I don't understand like the big difference between us being here and between us being over there. So you see, it is going up to like 30 or so, but that's, you know, understandable because lots of stuff. This game's just so wonky right now. Why is it not working? Is it really that big of a deal that is it really this big of a deal that we're in this area? All right, so here we're gonna kill the air effect clouds. Okay, yeah, it's 118. I was worried for a second because I thought they killed the ones at the base as well. No, it's fine. Let's try this again. We can actually see, just look at the entities to see how many there are. Let's try going for 60. Okay. Leave me out. Okay. 62. 62, all right. So now 10 of them are infected. All of a sudden, you see our MS ticks are going up really high. So my question is it because this isn't in the spawn chunks and the game's having to load more? Or is the lag caused by simply this area being difficult to render? Which wouldn't make much sense to me. Yeah, as you can see, they're lagging. This is unacceptable right now. This is annoying because we have a really cool game here. Like, this could be really stinking fun. The problem is the lag. Now, what I'm considering doing is moving the different locations to the spawn chunks and just texting them out individually. Because if they can work there, you know, we're good. But I don't know. It would be nice to give players like speed so they could check out the entire university. So I guess what I'm thinking now is perhaps move this to the spawn chunks. The pain involved in that is going to be unholy, but it will make the game less laggy. The issue is that there's not enough space in the spawn chunks for everything. I'm thinking. I'm really thinking right now. Trying to use my noggin. How high up does this go? How high is 50 blocks, actually? That's a better question. 50 blocks is... Okay, this is... Okay, this is... Because this is Y level 200 down here. Meaning... Ooh, you know what? We haven't used any of this space. What we could theoretically do is utilize all of this space right here for part of the university. And perhaps we could just clone in the relevant sections.